New questions are emerging this morning in Joliet after a school custodian was charged with child pornography.
And as commuters head out this morning, new details in a deadly CTA stabbing are leaving riders uneasy.
Plus, donation day is here. The doors are open and your blood donation can make life-saving difference. Right now, it's Wednesday, January 14th.
Streaming live from Chicago, ABC7 Eyewitness News at 7 starts now.
Who is that lovely lady?
Exactly.
We love both of those ladies. Good morning, everybody. I'm Diane. Who am I in for?
You're in for Tanya.
Oh, Tanya.
Because she just walked out. She's getting ready to go give blood, which is what we just saw our colleagues Cheryl and Poinisha behind the scenes organizing this fantastic blood drive event. We're going to have more from that coming up in just a bit. But right now, look at this weather. I mean, I know we've got some I was going to say something else. Crazy weather moving in.
Well, this is at 7 o'clock. We've got looser rules, if you will. Here on the 7
funky weather. That's what I was going to say.
That's not
weather moving in. But that shot looked pretty, Tracy.
Yeah, you know what? I mean, yes, let me get to it. In fact, just heard from Carlene, who is on her way into the station this morning, coming out of Wrigleyville and saying that she encountered a little icy rain. And you can see kind of some of that out over the lake now. Most of what I am seeing and hearing as far as observations go, this snow is coming down fast and reducing visibility, and those winds are picking up. So that is not a good combination. You see wind speed, 32-mile-per-hour gust up there in Waukegan. So once again, that is aiding and reducing visibility as those temperatures fall. Look at the temperature in Waukegan now, 27 degrees. Just an hour ago, it was 39. Right now, it's 38 at O'Hare. These temperatures are going to crash this morning, as will the wind chills. Heard from Anson and Carey, tells me it covered the ground pretty quickly up there. So, Diane, I would imagine very soon you'll be hearing about that snow, if not already.
Yeah, not hearing about it just yet, but that doesn't mean it's not out there or out in Wadsworth, Lake County, which probably is being affected by the weather. We are hearing of a crash on Route 173 in Delaney, so a heads up there. It is creating some pretty significant delays on Route 173, pretty major thoroughfare out in Wadsworth. So heads up there. As far as the big picture is concerned, nice and high travel times across the board. The worst is going to be the Stevenson with a travel time of about an hour coming inbound because of an earlier crash that's now cleared over at Cicero.
Okay, today a Joliet school district is expected to vote on the future of an employee accused of serious crimes.
Christian Picos is live in Joliet with more on this story. Christian.
Hey Diane, good morning. Look, the suspect here was a janitor at Eisenhower Elementary School, and according to the district, he has not worked here since October, but now the school board here will consider terminating him during their meeting tonight. Jeremy Ledesma is charged with 3 counts of child pornography. These charges date back to the beginning of 2025. In a letter to parents over the weekend, Joliet Public Schools Superintendent Teresa Rouse says the district wasn't made aware of the investigation until this past October. And even then, district leaders were unaware of what Ledesma was being investigated for. The 23-year-old was still placed on leave. Now, according to that letter, none of the alleged crimes happened on school property. However, Ledesma allegedly videotaped students on the playground. These videos are not part of the investigation. Rouse goes on to say, quote, "I want to reassure you that Mr. Ledesma passed all required state and FBI criminal background checks prior to being hired by District 86. These checks also notify us if any new criminal convictions occur. No such notifications were provided to the district." Now back here live this morning, we are also learning that Ledesma worked at Edna Keith Elementary School. He's due back in Will County Court tomorrow for a pre-trial detention hearing. We're live in Joliet. I'm Christian Picos, ABC7 Eyewitness News.
Christian, thank you. President Trump now threatening to stop federal payments to cities and states resisting his administration's immigration policies, including Chicago.
Starting February 1st, we're not making any payments to sanctuary cities or states having sanctuary cities because they do everything possible to protect criminals at the expense of American citizens, and it breeds fraud and crime and all of the other problems that come.
The move is expected to target cities limiting local law enforcement cooperation with ICE. 2 previous efforts by Trump to cut off some funding for sanctuary jurisdictions were shut down by courts. Chicago Mayor Brandon Johnson is responding last night, saying in part, quote, "We will be relentless until we restore every dollar that has been withheld by the Trump administration. Those are funds that belong to the people of Chicago." Governor J.B. Pritzker also saying, quote, "We've beaten the administration in court before, and we're not afraid to keep doing so. Both Johnson and Pritzker promise legal action to keep the funding in place.
New court details are shedding light on a deadly stabbing on a CTA train.
And this morning we're hearing directly from riders who say they simply just don't feel safe. ABC's Stephanie Wade is live at the Roosevelt CTA station with what prosecutors revealed and how passengers are reacting right now. Steph.
Good morning. Well, the man accused of stabbing a sleeping passenger to death on a Blue Line train has been arrested, but that is not bringing much relief to riders here this morning. Cook County prosecutors calling Demetrius Thurman so dangerous to the entire community. The deadly incident happened early Saturday morning on a train near the Clark and Blue Line station. Thurman is accused of recording himself with his cell phone, repeatedly stabbing 37-year-old Dominic Polion to death while the victim was sleeping. This is the latest violent attack on the CTA, which has come under fire recently from the Trump administration, with threats of withholding federal funding unless the transit agency comes up with a new safety plan.
They need to feel safe when they're traveling. They should not be scared to get on the CTA, and people are scared to get on the CTA.
You got to be aware that anything could happen anytime. Don't matter the time or anything. It could be in the daylight.
And Thurman is due back in court next month. He's being held before his trial. Reporting live in the South Loop, Stephanie Wade, ABC7 Eyewitness News. Diane, back to you.
Steph, thank you. New video shows a thief breaking into Chicago restaurant, taking off with a cash register. Chicago police releasing this video of the man suspected of committing several burglaries across the north side. You can see the glass kicked in as he climbs into the restaurant and takes off right there with the cash register. He was also seen on CTA surveillance video trying to break open a register on the train platform.
Kind of sad, angry. Yeah, I'm very sad. It's painful, yeah. Painful for the business, painful for the business.
Police say the man is wanted for at least 7 business break-ins in the past month in Uptown, Edgewater, and West Rogers Park. Most of those were within half a block of a CTA Red Line station.
Hammond police are asking for help in finding the driver who hit a 14-year-old boy who was riding his bike. The crash happened about 6:15 Friday evening at Northcott and 169th Street. Surveillance video shows the scene as Michael McKimmey was heading home from the YMCA. Now, we paused the video after a second car goes by, hitting him. His mother says he called her screaming that someone had hit him.
It almost feels like you're violated in some type of way, because I truly would have forgiven that person if they would have just stopped.
Well, anyone with information or video from the crash is asked to call Hammond police.
A court hearing for a Chicago doctor accused of killing his ex-wife and her husband is being pushed back. Police arrested Michael McKee in Rockford over the weekend on charges that he killed Monique and Spencer Tepe in their Ohio home. He's supposed to be in Ohio court on Monday, but it's taking longer to transport him from Illinois. The hearing is now next Friday.
Today, the Chicago City Council Finance Committee will consider proposed settlements involving police misconduct. The largest is $22 million for the family of Angel Alvarez, and the 25-year-old was killed in 2023 after being struck by a driver who was being chased by police in 2023. An investigation determined the officers involved violated several CPD policies.
People here in Illinois and in Indiana will be listening to see if Indiana's governor mentions the Bears today. Indiana Governor Mike Braun is delivering his annual State of the State address later today. He has said he's interested in bringing the Bears to Indiana.
People in Arlington Heights are once again making the case that the northwest suburbs is the best new home for the Chicago Bears. Yesterday, we told you the team sent out a survey about moving to Northwest Indiana, but the president and CEO of Meet Chicago Northwest argues Arlington Heights has the best site.
Its proximity to O'Hare, its accessibility, whether you're driving in or flying in, is unparalleled. Not only do you have that easy drive-in I-90 53 intersection there with O'Hare, but you also have a Metro train.
Governor J.B. Pritzker said the state might be able to help the team with the infrastructure needs for the project in Arlington Heights.
More than 31 million people streamed the Bears versus the Packers in the playoffs, breaking a new league record for Prime Video. Saturday night's wild card game became the first NFL game to have over 30 million viewers on a streaming service. The previous high was 27 million viewers for the Lions-Vikings on Christmas Day. That was on Netflix.
Now to the Great Chicago Blood Drive. It is happening, and today is the first day of the 12th year for this important event, and we need your help. It has become the largest Red Cross blood drive in the country, growing from a single location to a two-day event in several different locations across the city and the suburbs and, of course, Northwest Indiana. Cheryl Scott is live at one of those locations, the Merchandise Mart Chicago. Good morning, Cheryl.
Good morning, Val. Yes, it has been incredible to see how this event has grown over the past 12 years, and I've been here for everyone. It's truly remarkable. It takes an entire team, and we are so excited because the doors just opened to our 12th annual Great Chicago Blood Drive. But we need you, and we need your help. So joining me now with the American Red Cross, we have Camille Piazza. Let's touch on why it is so important for blood donations this year.
Well, I will tell you, the need for blood is constant. It cannot be manufactured, and we rely on the generous donors that are here today at all the locations to help us to make sure we maintain a healthy blood supply.
And there's a reason why we host this blood drive every year this time of the year. This is the time of the year we tend to see blood donations drop, go down, seasonal illnesses. We've seen the flu really take over so many cities this year, including me. So tell us why this time of the year, it's so critical for people to come out.
It's so critical because of the winter weather that we've been having. Holiday travel and busy schedules are keeping people away from coming out to donate. So when we all gather here at these events, it really helps us to boost that blood supply.
And so much so that we're bordering or teetering on a blood shortage this year.
We sure are, and that's why it's important that every eligible donor comes out and supports our blood drives so that we are able to improve patient outcomes at our local hospitals.
And it's a rather easy process. We're really encouraging folks at home, if you're watching us, to give it a shot. Come on out here. We're encouraging you to roll up your sleeve, donate blood, even if it is your first time. What can you tell people that are watching that if they haven't donated before? Tell us a little bit about the process.
What I would suggest is that they give it a try. We screen the donors, we ask for their ID, we take them through the entire process. They're on the bed for about 8 to 12 minutes, and then they have some refreshments, some water and snacks, and we want them to feel as good when they leave as they did when they arrived.
Amazing. Thank you so much. Just an hour out of your time to help save so many lives. We are really looking forward to seeing you out here today. We also are in Highland, Indiana and Mokina today with 3 other locations tomorrow. 2 days here for you to sign up, or walk-ins are welcome. We'll send it back to you in the studio.
All right, Cheryl Scott reporting live for us over at the Merchandise Mart, already bustling with activity there.
Yeah,
it's like a nice
it's
time.
early.
And there's the information that Cheryl was talking about, the other locations that are participating in today's Great Chicago Blood Drive right there on your screen. And then if you maybe have to run out the door, how about snap that QR code? You get your information that way. Your live and local news is just getting started as we stream out loud this morning. Coming up, bear down and buyer beware as the countdown to Sunday's showdown at Soldier Field continues. Experts warn playoff excitement is also attracting scammers.
That's right, and investigating frozen accounts. Consumers calling Jason Knowles and the I-Team looking for answers. They say the bank is taking too long to get their money back. Our I-Team is getting results.
But first, Tracy's coming back with your possibly snowy forecast.
Well, good morning to you. Light snow has started right here in the city, right outside our State Street studio window. In fact, we do have, right now it looks to be kind of gently coming down, but I've heard reports from other folks saying, it's coming down at a really good clip, reducing visibility around the area. You look at Live Doppler 7 Max and all of this blue, that represents even some moderate bursts of snow. So this may quickly cover your yard. 35 degrees, snowing now at O'Hare. North wind, 29 miles per hour. We are getting higher gusts than that right now. And the temperatures are beginning their free fall. 31 right now in Bartlett. It is 27 degrees in Waukegan. An hour ago, it was 39 degrees in Waukegan, 38 in Griffith, 37 right now in Bourbonnais. Then I want you to know about wind chills, because look at these. Waukegan feels like it's 14. I mean, when we started on the air this morning, we saw temperatures around 40, wind chills low 30s. This is how quickly conditions are changing. Feels like it's 9 in Rockford, and the wind speeds are going to stay very elevated through the day. Those wind chills will continue to drop, and they will be in single digits here as we go later in the morning and through the afternoon. So be aware, conditions are rapidly changing out there right now. Diane, fully expect that temperature at O'Hare to drop significantly within the coming hour.
I just hope everybody brought a second coat with them in addition to that lighter one, which everybody took with them this morning. North Chicago, we've got a crash at Lewis Avenue and Route 137. 2 cars are involved. So crews are on the scene there. Just a heads up, and taking a look at the big picture right now, no major problems out there at all, with the exception of outbound on the Dan Ryan. On the exit ramp to 47th, we do have a crash there. The ramp itself, I don't believe it's partially blocked. So it's not fully blocked there. You can still get through, but just a heads up again, outbound on the Ryan, the exit ramp to 47th, a crash there. The I-team following up on our investigation into bank accounts suddenly locked for alleged fraud, even though consumers claim there was no suspicious activity. More people are now coming forward saying they too were waiting very long to get their money back. Consumer investigator Jason Knowles has these new developments.
After our first investigation about one man's locked bank account, we received an overwhelming response on social media from people claiming they too had the same issue. Now the I-team is digging into more cases of frozen Chase accounts.
I was trying to make a bill payment on behalf of my grandma, and it said cannot be completed at this time.
River North resident Arlie Renacito has a joint Chase account she's shared with her grandmother in the Philippines for 15 years. She says a branch manager told her the account was flagged with little explanation.
We got a letter probably like 2 weeks after I noticed the account was frozen.
She says there was no suspicious activity, and for about 3 months, no access to the money her grandmother depended on. After the I-team reached out, Chase released the $44,000. And what was your reaction?
And I was like, well, finally, just some movement.
Back in October, Lombard resident Jim Gibson told the I-team how Chase froze $42,000. Gibson said there was nothing suspicious going on with his account, although Chase said there was suspected fraud. He says the bank waited more than a month to refund his money until the I-team contacted Chase.
Extremely stressful.
In North Carolina, Gary Anderson also says Chase abruptly shut down his account for unusual activity.
I couldn't log in because suspected fraud. And then they tell me that, unfortunately, they can't do business with me anymore.
Anderson says he has no idea what could have been suspicious, and he was just making electronic deposits. You weren't taking large sums of money out?
No. I hadn't even did a withdrawal on the account.
He says he waited almost 2 weeks for $845 to be issued. You got that check quickly after we stepped in.
That is correct. I got the check the very next day.
We also uncovered a third similar case in which Chase refunded a Wisconsin customer more than $5,000 after they waited about a month. In all 3 cases, Chase says protecting our customers' accounts and personal information is our top priority. Occasionally, we identify concerning transactions and take appropriate action as permitted by our account terms. All banks and financial institutions do this to both safeguard customers and their finances and for regulatory reasons. Chase added that it resolved Anderson's case in accordance with the deposit account agreement. How has this whole situation made you feel?
Like I'm not in control of your own money.
All banks do have authority to freeze or close accounts if they suspect fraud, money laundering, or unusual activity, and Chase says it always intended to issue the refunds to the consumers in our reporting. If you're planning a large transaction, experts suggest notifying your bank. Jason Knowles, ABC7 Eyewitness News.
Eyewitness News streaming at 7 continues after a break.
Well, right now we're going to join our Good Morning America viewers. I'll have a news update on TV in just a bit, and you'll see that here as well.
And when we come back, when love ends, the snacking begins. What Illinois and Indiana crave after a breakup.
Now, an update from ABC7 Eyewitness News.
Good morning at 7:23. I'm Val Warner. Today, the Joliet School District is expected to vote on whether to fire a custodian charged with child pornography. Jeremy Ledisma is facing 3 charges dating back to the beginning of 2025. He worked at Eisenhower and Etna Keith Elementary School. In a letter to parents, the Joliet School District says none of the alleged crimes happened on school property. We will have more on this on Eyewitness News at 11. Turning now to the Great Chicago Blood Drive. This is a live look inside the Merchandise Mart. Doors opened about 30 minutes ago. This is one of 3 locations open today where you can donate. You can register for an appointment online by scanning the QR code, and walk-ins are welcome. Let's get a check of the ABC7 AccuWeather forecast with meteorologist Tracy Butler. Tracy.
Hi there, Val. Just be careful as you're navigating your way wherever you need to go this morning. This is our live look out in DeKalb, snow covering the ground there. And this is a live look from our camera at the shed. Can't really see anything. The snow is coming down. So we are getting quick bursts of snow in the area this morning, reducing visibility. Winds are picking up, as you can see, and those temperatures are dropping. Diane, after this break.
It's starting the day with hope, knowing you're in the right place, having access to advanced treatments and the most experienced cancer experts. When you're facing cancer, it's not just one thing that makes the difference. It's everything, the big, the small, the unexpected, that helps you keep moving forward. Advocate Healthcare, cancer care that makes the difference.
Starting to see some of that snowfall that Tracy talked about in our northern and northwest suburbs. Now, you'll see that in a second via our camera. But first, we want to start out in Bannockburn, Route 43 and Route 22. We do have a crash there, as well as very high travel times across the board on majority of our inbound expressways. We've also got significant outbound delays on the Kennedy. I'm talking well over an hour to get out to the airport. We've got a very serious crash westbound I-90 past Route 23. Let's go ahead and check the tollway camera. 2 right lanes are down with this crash involving semis.
Welcome back, everybody, and to our streamers and our TikTok followers, our Facebook viewers, and wherever you stream ABC7 Chicago. You can tell by this shot right here from our Royal Sonesta camera that it is wet out there. Tracy's been talking about the weather changes and the pattern that we have coming up. Nothing like today. Or yesterday, I should say, and you'll stick around for that because she'll have more coming up in just a bit. Listen, breakups don't just hurt, they actually snack. A new study from Love Life Academy reveals the most popular breakup foods in every state.
Cannot wait to hear this.
Okay, so here we go, Diane. The study analyzed online search trends to see what people crave most after a split, and the results are equal parts emotional and edible.
Here in Illinois, heartbreak apparently sounds like movie night. The study says popcorn tops the breakup food list, a very Chicago-style choice, while Indiana leans into comfort with grilled cheese. Researchers say comfort foods connect to nostalgia, routine, easy indulgence, especially foods people already associate with comfort and downtime. So popcorn in Illinois, a breakup food. Thoughts?
I like popcorn anytime. Break up together.
Right. See, for me, it's more like candy.
Candy.
Yeah.
Yeah, no
like
candy.
Emotion, you know, like.
You have you're big into the candy.
I don't know what it is.
And I would never think that. I would think you would be like a cookie dough or ice cream kind of gal.
No, not that I would say no to any of that stuff. But candy's the first thing I reach for in whatever emotional turmoil.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm going salty.
Okay, fine. Yeah.
Definitely salty.
I like it.
All right, coming up this morning, streaming at 7, we are 4 days away from the showdown at Soldier Field. I love that title. What fans need to know? Showdown at Soldier Field before buying tickets to the showdown at Soldier Field.
And from singing Bear Down at home to dreaming of Soldier Field, how Bears playoff pride is bringing families together across the Midwest.
And it takes about an hour. That's it. And it can save up to 3 lives. Cheryl Scott, live with us with how you can donate blood today. Good morning, Cheryl.
Good morning. It's that time of the year, the Great Chicago Blood Drive. The doors just opened. We are underway. I have blood donors behind me, but also some empty beds. We're encouraging you to come on out this year, roll up your sleeves, and donate blood.
Streaming live from Chicago, ABC7 Eyewitness News at 7 continues.
Well, good morning. Good wet morning to you, right? Tracy, you've been talking about it. We're back here on the stools Wednesday. January 14th with some changing weather patterns.
It's unbelievable. I mean, just within the past 20 minutes, our temperature at O'Hare dropped from 39 to 30. Wind chills are dropping into the lower end of the teens. It's very windy. Snow is coming down rather heavily, especially west and north of the city. And so reduction in visibility is also becoming rather problematic, Diane.
And we're definitely starting to see that in our cameras for sure. Let's go to the map. Tell you what we're talking about now on Bannockburn, Route 43 and Route 22. We've got a crash there, and then we've got very high travel times, as you can imagine, across the board. But let's go to our Tollway 2 camera. 2 semis involved in this crash, westbound I-90 past Route 23. We've got 2 right lanes down with this. Hard to see, but look, the traffic is tremendous. It is building very, very quickly, and those those conditions are changing, and that's what's obviously causing major delays there.
All right. Yeah, we got to keep an eye on all of that, and we're keeping an eye on this.
You want to read my script?
Yeah. I think I got it because
you weren't supposed to see that.
Yeah. It is a big day around here. We've been talking about it for a while. It's Donation Day. The ABC7 Great Chicago Blood Drive with the American Red Cross has officially begun.
And it is the largest American Red Cross blood drive in the country, now in its 12th year, and it really depends on you. Cheryl Scott is live at one of our donation sites over at the Merchandise Mart. And Cheryl, you have a familiar face there in the background.
Yes, we are hosting again our Great Chicago Blood Drive. We are so excited. We have Tanya Babbage here behind me, and we're going to be talking to her in just a few minutes to get all of the details on why she rolls up her sleeve each and every year. But the doors are open here at our 12th annual Great Chicago Blood Drive, and we are just so excited for another successful year for people coming out, rolling up their sleeves, and giving back, giving the gift of life. It is so important. We have many locations today and tomorrow, so we encourage you, if you don't have an appointment, to make one, and walk-ins are also welcome. I'm live here at the Merchandise Mart, and we'll be here all day, locations today and again tomorrow. And we're going to check in with Tanya here in just a few minutes, but for now, we'll throw it back to you.
Cheryl, and we will be looking forward to that. So if you got some time today and you've got the power to save lives, just scan that QR code on your screen to see today's locations at the Merchandise Mart, Mokina, and in Highland, Indiana.
Tomorrow is 3 different locations. There are appointments from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. As you heard Cheryl mention, walk-ins, again, are welcome. And we're going to check in with Cheryl in a couple more minutes to see how things are going over there.
Okay, we also want to talk about this. The Bears, as the countdown to the showdown at Soldier Field gets underway on Sunday. Yes, and if you're hunting for tickets to Sunday's games, be careful where to buy them.
Scammers are trying to cash in on playoff excitement. John Garcia has tips to help you avoid getting burned.
Everything Bears is literally flying off the shelves at places like Clark Street Sports. There is a lot of excitement about Sunday's game with the Rams, but with that excitement also comes advice from experts about how to avoid ticket scams. Christmas may be in the rearview mirror, but it's a Bears celebration for Clark Street Sports. Shoppers are looking for the latest in Bears gear, and there is a lot of it, from jerseys to hoodies to t-shirts. Janira Mansaroso is looking for something for her son.
My son, I'm getting his t-shirt he can wear to school on Fridays.
In the back of the store, they're busy fulfilling internet orders for Bears gear. Business is brisk right now.
I love doing what I do, but it's so much more fun when a team's winning, so this is awesome.
The Better Business Bureau is warning Bears fans not to get so caught up in all of it that they fall for scams.
The excitement always brings out the scam artists. People get excited for this and they want tickets at all costs. They'll get paid to get there. And unfortunately, the scammer knows that.
The Better Business Bureau has several tips for ticket buyers, including deal with sites beginning with HTTPS and those that have the lock symbol in the address bar. Also, beware of tickets with forged barcodes, and always use a credit card rather than cash or a payment app for added security.
Go Bears!
Oh, and if you're going to the game, you might want to bundle up. Merchants are happy to help in that area.
We got scarves, earmuffs, knit hats, winter hats, you name it, we'll have you covered for warmth.
Now, we don't want to jinx things, but in the sports apparel business, they have to plan ahead. So they've actually already put in their order for Bears Super Bowl merchandise. Here's hoping they get to use it. On the Northwest Side, John Garcia, ABC7 Eyewitness News.
John, thank you. And as the playoff push continues, Bears fans showing off their team spirit in big ways.
Yeah, Bears fandom is a family tradition for Brandy Stiles and Sandwich. She grew up cheering with her dad, and now she's passing that love down to her kids, celebrating wins together and singing Bear Down loud and proud.
For Madison Dadulo, if I said that right, Dadulo, in Crown Point, Indiana, Bears pride runs across state lines there. Raised in Chicago, she says the season is her favorite yet, with every game keeping her and her dad on edge and dreaming of a day at Soldier Field.
You know how we've talked about that they've done this 7 times, the big comeback, right? What would you guys say was the best one that you think from this season?
That's a tough one.
To me, it's got to be this past Saturday.
I would have to agree with it. Only because I can't remember a lot of the details from the other ones.
I mean, the one where he threw to Roma Dunze and he caught it on his back.
Yes,
that was epic. But for me, this one was particularly because they were so down. Like, not down literally, but you know what I mean?
Yeah.
They were down in the points. And I just was like, there's no way they're going to come back
And it was
from
against
this.
Green Bay.
And thank you. I'm going to that point next. Point number 2. It was against Green Bay. I don't even feel as anxious going into this week as I did last week.
Because you feel like we've already kind of conquered the dragon, if you will?
Yes. I feel like, you know what? Whatever now. We beat Green Bay in the fashion that we did, that to me, I'm like, everything else is gravy.
I like it.
And
I like that
I'm
attitude.
looking at it. I'm not even worried. Like, I'm not even worried about the Rams. I was like anxious for some reason. Like, I was watching my kid play Morgan Park.
Like it's all the anxiety is gone now.
Yeah, it's
love
like,
it.
oh, the Rams? Yeah, okay, whatever. What's
I
next?
love that.
Yeah, they got past the first round in the playoffs, which is more than some teams have been able to do.
Ooh,
but
salty.
but
your poor little
Hey, at least you
coach.
got your dream come true there with the firing of your coach.
No, I don't call.
I like him.
They didn't fire him.
No, he stepped down.
Oh, he stepped down. That's right. That's right. He stepped down.
Stepped down.
That's right.
I think
He's
he
such
did.
a nice man.
Yes, absolutely. And his wife has a beautiful boutique in Pittsburgh. That's another.
She
story.
does?
Oh yes.
Ooh.
Oh, you would love her stuff.
Ooh.
Yes. But anyway, I mean, his
decision
quote
making.
has always been, the standard is the standard. Well, if the standard is mediocrity, we need to change our standards and do something. But I've always thought he was a class act, a very strong Christian, and just a great guy.
Yeah.
But I think
it was time. You think it was
time?
19 years. So did he step down because something about being able to have a draft pick because he technically didn't get fired, but he's still on the roster as the coach? Am I making this up?
I think that it was his choice
Okay.
to step down.
Okay.
I absolutely think it was his choice. I don't think there was, knowing the Steelers organization, I do not think he was forced in any sort of way. That's my own opinion.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, listen, thank you to all of you who have been showing off your Bears playoff spirit. We have truly enjoyed it and keep it coming.
Absolutely. Look for extensive coverage leading up to Sunday's game, of course, all week on air and online.
We're back after this.
Good morning to you. Well, snow is blanketing much of our region, as you can see, from Chicago out west up to the north, just starting to make its way in southern Cook County right now. This snow has been reducing visibility. Look, and in fact, Diane just mentioned to me there is a ground stop at O'Hare, and I apologize if I'm stealing your thunder, Diane, but the visibility is down to a half mile, 3/4 mile visibility at Midway. You see, the visibility is still pretty good in Indiana, southern suburbs. That will be dropping this morning as well. 3/4 mile visibility there up in Waukegan. Now, look at these wind speeds. A 56 mile per hour wind gust right now in Aurora, 41 mile per hour wind gust out at O'Hare. Temperatures are going to continue to drop. So you're at 41 in Gary, say goodbye to that. That will be dropping very shortly. So this morning, the main time frame for snow, strong winds, falling temperatures, but this afternoon, playing cold, lake effect in Indiana. Diane?
That's right. As you mentioned, Tracy, we do have that ground stop in effect for all arrivals because of weather conditions out at O'Hare. Now, let's get to how the weather is actually affecting the roads and the rails. Union Pacific Northwest Line inbound train 618 stopped near Park Ridge. We've got a tree on the tracks there, so a heads up there till they move it. It's going to be slow going. Take a look at the big picture. Traffic just slammed in both directions, and then we've got this going on westbound I-90 past Route 23. We've got a 2 semi-truck crash in the 2 right lanes, so we've got delays at about 2.5 miles right now. So it's an absolute mess out there, and you can see just from this shot what Tracy was talking about: snowy conditions, windy conditions, and colder as well. It is dropping out there.
Oh, you could tell too. Thank you, Diane. Well, we are nearly an hour into this year's Great Chicago Blood Drive.
This is the 12th year for this important event, and its success depends on you. We're going back out live to Cheryl Scott at the Merchandise Mart with more. Cheryl.
You can bring your arm down. Thank you.
Yes, and I have a good friend, coworker here with me, and I have to say that she is one of our most dedicated blood donors at the Blood Drive. This is your 11th year, and we've been doing it for 12. So thank you each and every year coming out.
Yes.
Talk to us about the need for blood and the process. It's not that hard, right?
Not at all. So it's 7:43 right now. I got here at like 7:18, and I'm just wrapping up now. So super fast. I'm gonna have to hang out for a little while. You get cookies, guys. I'm always here for the cookies. And so you come in, they ask you a bunch of questions, they take your blood pressure, and then you come on over, they hook you up, and you sit there, you pump your fist, you squeeze a little ball a few times, and then you're done donating. It's really simple, it's really straightforward, and one of the things that I love about the American Red Cross is that they let you track where your donation goes. So if I pull up my prior donations, Cheryl, I can see that I've saved at least one life in Northwest Indiana at U Chicago Medical Center. My blood went to California one year. And it feels so good to know that when somebody is in need, I did something so small and so insignificant for me to help save somebody's life.
It is so, so, so important. And we were just touching on the fact that so many people don't donate blood, and it's not that hard, and it doesn't take that much time. And I think it's just the more we talk about it and the process that really opens the doors and ears of many people to say, oh, maybe this is something I can do. So what would you say to encourage people that haven't donated before?
So I don't find it to be very painful. I also had a very good stick today. So some very talented phlebotomists here who really make it pretty painless, and it feels so good when you're done. You're like, I did this. I did it for somebody else. It really wasn't very hard. And I mean, what greater gift can you give somebody than saving a life?
Exactly. Well, thank you so much, because you show up each and every year, and we appreciate it. And we want to see more of you coming out, giving the gift of life. It only takes about 1 hour of your time, and you're truly making a difference, saving lives. Our Great Chicago Blood Drive, 3 locations today, more tomorrow. You can make an appointment, and also walk-ins are encouraged and welcome. Back to you guys.
Okay, got it, ladies. Thank you. And listen, donations are happening at 3 locations today and tomorrow. You can still take part. It's early. The process takes about an hour with appointments available from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m., but you can also walk in.
Yeah, why not? You can sign up online. Walk-ins, as Val mentioned, also welcome. So tune in. We're going to have more from the Great Chicago Blood Drive throughout the day today. Back after this break.
Now to news about America's presidents. They are known for their leadership, but one is now getting attention for his art.
Well, apparently this month, paintings by former President Jimmy Carter are heading to auction.
I, Jimmy Carter, do solemnly swear.
Jimmy Carter may have famously been a peanut farmer before his presidency, but did you know both before and especially after he was also a bit of a painter? This month, 4 of our 39th president's paintings are being listed on Christie's auction house. The steeple Carter painted in 2010 with Carter written in the bottom right corner is listed for an estimated range between $6,000 and $8,000. So in fact is this tranquil mountain waterfall scene. However, if you're looking for a bargain, this one called A Still Life, parentheses, an Angry Pomegranate, is only $2,000 to $4,000.
I called Mother and said I'm a painter. She said, you can't paint. And I said, I damn sure can.
For the record, a few other presidents have been known to pick up a brush, most notably George W. Bush. He spoke with Jimmy Kimmel in 2017 about what drew him to this pastime.
Now, tell us how you started painting. When did this happen?
Getting a little bored. Times I'm busy. I was
all the brush had been cleared on the property?
Brush had been cleared. You go 100 miles an hour. Next day you wake up and nothing, you know? Go get the coffee yourself, buddy.
Yeah,
right.
Meanwhile, if we go back to the 19th century, Ulysses S. Grant took a few art classes during his time as a cadet at West Point. Here you can see his watercolor painting of a horse.
We must guard against the acquisition of unwarranted influence.
And President Eisenhower was also known to paint through his presidency. Here he is painting at Camp David. Ike mostly painted landscapes, but he did attempt his own take on this famous portrait of George Washington, as well as, we know thanks to this Antiques Roadshow clip, himself.
My father was the chief of staff to Eisenhower in the White House, and a long-time friend. And Eisenhower gave the picture to my dad.
By the way, a Jimmy Carter painting of monarch butterflies sold at auction in 2017 for more than $500,000. So $2,000 for a pomegranate seems like a really good deal now, right? In New York, for ABC News, I'm Danny Neal.
Eyewitness News streaming at 7 continues after a break.
Taking a look at this morning's top stories, the Joliet School District is expected to vote on whether to fire a custodian accused of serious crimes. Jeremy Ledesma is charged with 3 counts of child pornography. He worked as a janitor at 2 elementary schools. Parents say they were notified about the investigation this past weekend. Ledesma will remain in the Will County Jail as this case moves forward.
Demetrius Thurman has been charged with murder after allegedly stabbing a passenger on a CTA Blue Line train. Police say Thurman recorded himself stabbing the victim in the chest and abdomen while he was sleeping. The victim later died at the hospital.
A look now at the Merchandise Mart. This is a live picture where we are seeing the ABC7 Great Chicago Blood Drive underway right now. We've partnered with the American Red Cross for I believe, 12 years now, not 14.
Yep.
Our 2-day event is the largest blood drive in the country. Last year, we collected more than 2,800 units. Wow. You can register to donate on our news app or ABC7Chicago.com, but you can still walk in. There's still time for you to donate, obviously, at the Martin downtown Chicago, over at Makina Community Park District, at the Oaks Receptions and Fitness Center. We will also be at the Highland Parks and Recreation in Highland, Indiana.
Then tomorrow we'll also be at the Hyatt Regency Schaumburg, Chicago in Schaumburg, Imani Village on 95th in Chicago, and Foglia YMCA in Lake Zurich. Just go to our news app or our website to sign up.
And conditions are deteriorating.
Yikes.
Fast. Yeah, this is, I believe our camera from over at Navy Pier doesn't look so good. We're getting wind gusts over 50 miles per hour in the area right now, and temperatures are falling. We even have some wind chills down around 10 degrees.
Oh my gosh. We started at 40 this morning.
Yes, it sure did.
Yeah, Tracy told us. All right, you can get the very latest anytime with the free ABC7 Chicago News app. Just scan that QR code on your screen for a link to download. So before we end this hour, today is National Dress Up Your Pet Day. It is, Tracy. It is a lighthearted holiday celebrating pets with personality and a little extra flair.
What is it about a dog in a sweater? Right? Like what? I mean,
Cuteness
just,
over
or bear's gear.
Yes. Oh, a tutu. I love it.
Yeah, so the day encourages pet owners. Do you have any sweaters or jackets for your babies?
You know what? I have a couple coats, but they don't really need them.
Yeah. Look at this angry face. Oh, I just love it.
Oh my goodness.
We're so grumpy. I love it.
Yeah, so have fun with costumes, accessories, while keeping comfort and safety, of course, top of mind. So that's gonna do it for us for this hour, but we're not done because we have more weather, news, and headlines and traffic updates coming up in our 8 a.m. streaming. Stick around for that.